Good morning, traders. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to trade today. Of course, there's a lot of opportunities. Markets on a melt up. And, wouldn't you know it? Took some swing trades. And guess what? Not looking too bad. Find out what those trades are right here on live trading, of course.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, traders, ready to get into the action. And of course, wouldn't you know it, the market is on the melt up game, and we'll talk about it all day long, really. Yesterday, you guys heard me say I don't want to fight this market, and the market can be irrational for a lot longer than we can be solvent. That's exactly what I was saying yesterday, and we get another bit of this just exuberance in the market. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look. First thing I'm going to do is take a look at the overall market, and then we'll get into certain trades. Let's just go first to the SPY and see how that's looking. Right. Of course, we'll use Trade the Pool here to take a look at it. And you guys can see we're up there to 473 and really just continuing the big breakout that we're having. We're up there to 470s. Is it in reach that we could potentially come back there towards, let's say, even 480s? We've blown through this high. We could be right there towards 480s. We only got 10 points to go, and you guys can see how strong we've been. Who knows where we're going to get to on that. But let's get to the swing trade action. Let me tell you about the two trades that I have on, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what we can come after today. So Walmart is one that I saw yesterday, and I could see the bottoming action on the daily chart. So I took a shot based on a swing trade, right? Like about $1 risk here. And now where am I? I got in at 151.46. The current price, 54.02, the recent sale there. And it's all the way up there to like 154.38. The offer being right now at 154.73 puts me in a really strong position of the day. I'm going to look for this to continue to work back. I could see it getting up there towards like 158 and 159. So I'm going to try my best not to sell quickly here. I'm going to try to get to 155. Then I might take some off, maybe take a little bit just to reward myself, and then let the remainder continue to work. Sometimes I notice that, if I could just let a nice runner keep going, keep working with the trend, as long as it doesn't break like 9 EMA on the daily, this gives me the ability to continue attacking this. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Lily getting a nice little push, starting to get back up there to 600. This is exactly the move I was looking for yesterday. And we got a nice little lift off yesterday. And now I'm going to look for this to continue to run. If we take a look right now, we're back above 600. So this gives me the ability to do what? Really just let this work. I'm in at 587.78. I can see this maybe dipping towards 595 today. Wouldn't expect it to get back through the 590s. So at this point, I can just let it kind of expand the win. Did I want more than 5 shares? Yes, I wanted kind of to get up to 15 shares. But sometimes I'm just not going to get those extra entries. And in this case, what am I doing? I'm just letting a small position try to get me a nice big reward. And if it does come back down, I can always just take a smaller gain and move on, right? At this point, it won't be a loser, but it gives me the potential to make a big winner out of it. We'll see what happens there. All right, let's keep going, team. Of course, I will take stocks from you guys. I talked about it earlier. Throw up those stocks that you guys see out there that are moving today, and we can definitely talk about them. Of course, Ryan will be with me. He'll be here towards the bell. And of course, I want to get through some of those smaller names for you guys before Ryan comes on, and then we'll take his approach on them, right? We'll take a look into it and see how he sees some of those names. I know Carmen brought up MindMed here. That's an interesting one, of course. Let me see if it's tradable here on Trade the Pool. Majority of stocks are, but there you guys see it. Mind Medicine, right? Of course, this stock popping in the pre-market. There's some talk, of course. FDA could be approving, of course, MDMA for treatments for PTSD. And so I think that this is what you need to be looking at, keeping your eyes on the psychedelic market. If you're interested in that, I would definitely recommend to check out the Dales Report team. They're one of the best in that coverage, Carmen. And they talk about this all the time. If you haven't seen that show, it's on Benzinga. It's a collab. Trade to Black podcast. They also have it, of course, on their channel, but you should definitely check that out, Carmen. All right, let's get to some of the stocks that you guys are mentioning here. Ryan bringing up some names, so I'll go to some of these. Let's run through it. Oracle, the first one to kind of take a look at. Of course, this one we're looking to see if it started to come back. It did make a little bit of a move yesterday. Let's talk a little bit about that. It did start to come back, but the problem with this is that you're going after a stock that took a major hit, right? And this is good to maybe see if you're expecting to see an tremendous uplift going into next year to keep pushing. But also, I might want to be where the winners are versus trying to play where some losing action has been in the last couple of weeks. But if I take a look here, the next levels that we need to kind of watch for, it's going to be for this first wick. This is where I could see it kind of running into a little bit of a wall right around here. And so that's around the 104 level. I could round that up to like about 104, the low there being 103.85. So somewhere between 103.85 and 104, we might run into a little bit resistance. Then the next move from there is the 105 and 106 move. So if it can really get back to, let's say, 107, yeah, you're looking great. But the truth is that this is trying to make a comeback. Could come back here towards, like, let's say 101 today and try to make kind of like a head and shoulders bottom, inverted head and shoulders bottom. But I honestly think I'm staying away from Oracle. There's just so many better names in this space that I could be looking at. Let's take a look at just a peek because I haven't seen the chart, how CRM is looking. Yeah, you see, like, this is at least from the hourly. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, this is looking like a little bit better. I know that normally I wouldn't be looking at stocks that are extended like this to continue riding high, but why not stick with the winners right now? Losers are the ones that might get cut. The winners, I think, get added to here. So that's what I'll be watching on CRM and some other names. All right, so CMS, I'll do one more for you. Super microcomputers. I was trying to trade this one to the bullish side yesterday. I got caught on dips, was not able to take this one to the upside, but it already looks strong right here. You guys can see it up there to 278. Yesterday, I was trying to get the buys on pullbacks. It eventually ripped when the Fed comments came out, of course. The famous pivot came into play. I don't know if you guys saw, but yesterday we had the famous pivot, right? I saw Jerome Powell trying to go up my staircase. He was yelling, pivot, pivot, pivot. Well, there you guys have it. The market definitely reacting to that. So we'll see what happens here. And if we can keep getting this money to ride up. So now I'd be looking for pullbacks to the trend line. So if I go towards, let's say, a 4-hour approach, right, to kind of clean it up here. So there could be an attempted move back towards resistance to create support. So that's a move to like 273. Or you can maybe draw a trend line on the recent action if you're going a little bit short term and you're looking at it like this, where you get this pop above, you went below it, you got above it. We could pull back to that level of those quick pullbacks. I like this level to look for pullbacks, 274, and then looking to see if it can continue and close up there to 280s. Next stop, up there towards kind of this 280.50 level where you're running into the prior kind of support that was right around here. You're going to be running into it over here. And I could see this one eventually running towards this 285. That definitely makes sense. And you're talking what? Still 8 points higher? Doesn't look too bad there. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's keep going. And it's great to see comments like this. Mark Price, good morning, everyone. Best channel to be on and learn from. Ryan and Mitch are great. To tell you the truth, that's what we do it for. We're trying to pay it forward and help you guys continue. Stay positive in this market, even if you're winning or losing. I talked about it yesterday. It's not necessarily about dragging your emotions of trading into the rest of your life. We want you guys to have a positive and joyful life, but like always, let it be fulfilled because the way that you attack the game, right? Trading is trading. Let those emotions stay right here on the desk and then keep going with the rest of your day. All right, let's get after it. What other ones are being mentioned here? I'm going to go to the smaller names. So you guys mentioned them out there. FRGT, of course, we'll take a look at 4C coming up, but this is a good one up there to 128 already. Let's get to the 1 minute. You can see the takeoff already. And what has this done? It's done 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, 4 moves. I mean, this is extended, but does it mean that it has to come down? No. Right now, exuberance is in this market. You guys can see it with other names like Upstart, right? I've talked about how this one could take off. Yesterday, it was a straight rocket yesterday. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but I'm going to show you guys this right now. Upstart getting a big rocket move. FRGT, you can see it here on the 1 minute, how it's already kind of made 4 moves, 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, 4 moves, and then even the 5th up here. So to me, this seems a little bit extended. This could do a quick little pullback, and I've seen stocks get above 1 and then struggle there. It's 9:23, guys. We only got 7 minutes. You guys keep those stocks flowing. I will keep running through them. Let's get after it. Lynn, it's good to see you. Eldon, everybody in the chat. 13, what's up out there? AI Rod, let's get after it, team. I saw Joby being mentioned in the chat. Toast, I got toasted on that one. I actually got out of that one yesterday, Monica. And that's not that I don't like it, but it's just not moving. And so in my case, I'm going to continue watching. You can see on yesterday's spike, I actually got out early and then it spiked to 1642. So I feel like I should still be in this name. But hey, yesterday I did get on and out on this one. I tried to stick with it, but it already is getting the move now. With Toast moving, I'd look for PayPal to move also. PayPal getting that nice lift. This is why I was trading this. I was going for a swing long on Toast off sympathy of Square and PayPal. So keep those on watch. I think they trade very similar. If Square can keep riding high, PayPal play catch up, and so will Toast. These are stocks that I'll definitely be watching. And Monica, what indicators do I use? I always say that I don't use them for entry or exits, but what I use indicators is to give me description. Some of my favorite, the MACD, the average true range, and the RSI. And a lot of this on the daily chart, like you'd see on this chart right here to the right, you guys see that RSI, the ATR. Well, there you guys have it, right? I try to keep things simple on the screen for you guys, but normally my charts would have that. SMCI, one of the biggest holdings in the Russell 2000, I believe. Yeah, I think that's correct, Ryan. I'd have to double check it, but yeah, it's one of the top. And Ryan, that was a great one if you were able to get that yesterday. I know I struggled with it, and I was already looking for it because it was a lagger in the semiconductors, and those have really ripped. And SMCI was a favorite for a while, just had been in sideways consolidation. All right, let's keep it going. What other ones are going in the market? Good morning to you all. Seekin, what's up out there? Where were you a couple of days? I called out AVGO 1000 call. No one caught the upgrade, just like your face says it. Oh my God, that AVGO move, monster move, man. I've been taking a little bit of a day off, and you guys will find out exactly why today. So Seekin, you know what? Great question there. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some insight into my personal life coming up today. I'll talk about that a little later after we make some quick money, right? Smash the like for that. You guys know where you're at. Live trading with Benzinga. Let's get after it. Let's see what else is being mentioned in the chat. What do you guys got for today? Live trading will put fuel in your tank unless you're driving a Tesla. Hey, speaking of Tesla, did you guys see the new bot they just put out? Well, we'll talk a little bit about that with Ryan. I want to know how he thinks about a bot taking over some of the things that he does in life. And you guys can definitely drop comments if you guys want to talk about that. Let's go to Oxy. That's not a bad mention there. Ben's World, of course, Warren Buffett jumping into Oxy today. Well, throughout the week, right? And adding more and more. This is why I started to think, you know what? Oil loves to do this, man. It loves to start making the move and then start making the move back. So now I think we can actually look for maybe some bounces in oil to come back. We drew this line yesterday talking about this specific thing, Benz. I don't know if you were here, but if you weren't, we talked about this yesterday, that we could start seeing this come back to this resistance line, right? I could see a little bit of a run where it catches here at 83, makes a move back to at least 84, maybe 85s. Going into this trend line would be the move that could break the move on the downside and start to really create an up move. So why not try to make an attempt to get into this space, right? Well, that seems to make sense for me. I'll continue to watch oil stocks here to see if they want to lift. All right, let's get after it, team. Like always, smash the like. More than 364 of you guys. If you guys don't do so already, do me the favor, guys. Take a second. Like always, I know that you guys show me love all the time, but if you're not doing so already, give us a good follow, guys. I'll let Ryan get an opportunity to do this later today also. Here's my Twitter, guys. Hit that link. Give me a good follow. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is out in the market. And I will tell you guys one thing for certain on my Twitter. You're going to be seeing more and more trade ideas right there for you guys with explanations. Of course, I'll have to include a nice little disclosure there. But like always, you guys smash the like. Let's get after it. All right, what other ones are being mentioned in the chat? Let's go to that 4C before the market opens here, right? Because I know that's going to be on a lot of people's radars today. We just got to keep a watch how this one can keep running. This one was one of those that I'm sure Ryan yesterday was like, man, if I just held a little piece, this thing went to almost 6 yesterday, completely ripping, right? So now I look at the hourly charts, right? I need to see pullbacks to support to see that this makes sense. Right now, the support is around this $5.18 to $5 spot. I think we're going to get a quick pullback through that, going back to $4.50. That's where I want to see this kind of hold up, where this kind of sideways action was. If that could hold there, maybe we can get a little bit of a pullback action. And here, you guys, I'll kind of draw what I expect to see happen here. And you guys can do this with this kind of 135 move here. So the first move was this kind of rip up towards the upside. You get this pull back down. You get another push. Now, this is where I feel like we're going to get this type of move and then the move higher, right? And so we'll see if we can get that decline and then come back up to these levels. We'll find out on 4C. All right, guys, it's 9:29. Get ready. The bell is coming. Everyone be prepared. Know what you're getting after. And like always, know what's under your tool belt. What do you have there? What trades do you really like? And does the trade ideas that you have right now make sense for that? If it doesn't, take an assessment. Let's take a look. Let's see what happens. You guys talk about stocks. I can talk about earning stocks if you guys want to cover them. Of course, I do pre-market prep, so I know all the news that's moving the market out there. You guys just let me know. What else do you guys want to get into? But right now, it's the trading action time. About to be 9:30 here. Let's get after it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it, team. All right, let's take a look here right out the gates to see what's going on in Walmart, what's going on in Lilly, because of course I have positions in those. I want to see if what happens if we can continue to lift. There's stocks also out there that I need to keep an eye out for is like, let's say Weight Watchers. That's one that's on my radar today. I will tell you guys that. Look at Lilly coming right back down. Did Jason add that disclaimer about investment advice? You guys are clear about that? Yeah, to tell you the truth, I've been putting it up more and more just to kind of, it's just like we have it in our description always, guys. And we always tell you guys that this is investment advice, but we want to look after you guys because the truth is we want you guys to understand what this show is truly about. It's about learning from the process versus like a lot of chat rooms are out there where what did they do? They try to tell you a certain way of trading. That's not what we're here for. We're here to show you guys that you can find success by what? Coming in with the right mentality every day. And then, of course, having your objective mentality to get after your strategy and just keep playing that profit to loss ratio. Find what works for you guys. Maybe it's day trading. Maybe it's swing trading. Maybe it's position trading. Maybe it's pairs. There's so many strategies out in the market. You got to know what's up your alley. FRGT halted. Man, that was a quick move. Quick one there. Up to the upside, held that support there at 120, continuing to run there as that one pushes strong. All right, guys, let me try to get my scanner up here. I just want to make sure that I could get that up here. So just give me a second here so I can go ahead and move that in here. All right, just adjusting my layout here for you guys. I'll be right with you guys. Don't worry. We will take a look into what's moving in the market. I just want to get up my gainers and losers list. So, of course, I have a gainers and losers list. So I want to be able to catch the moves in the market right now. All right, there we go. Just got it up there. Let's take a look here. If you guys see anything moving, let me know. Run, of course, making a big push. Solar with a big push here, guys. I think we need to start looking at solar stocks. I'm going to start looking at MaxN as one of the solar stocks that I could look at. This already went up there towards 5. Let's see if we can get a pullback below 5 to 490s here. I don't mind it. TAN ETF pushing strong. ENPH loves to run. It's already running. I know someone in the chat that has a little bit of that. Run is the fastest moving one right now. It's up already 12% from the gates, but this is definitely one that we can start looking for. SEDG is another one that's really kind of beaten down. That's made me good money before. Let's see if we can get some VWAP pullbacks on these. So right now they're just ripping out the gates, but I don't see any pullbacks to VWAP. I can't play it here chasing. I need to see what happens on the pullback to see if this really wants to run. Walmart making a huge move down here out the gate. So I can think about maybe, do I cover some right here? No, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set a break even stop. If it comes to get me, it comes to get me. Right now, I'm trying to let this position ride up and continue working. Same thing for Lilly. You know, I can maybe try to add at like 586. So with Lilly, I can at least risk a little bit here because it's 5 shares, right? So I'm not, I'll put it down towards 585, but going to watch to see if I can add there like 586 and then grab a little bit more. We'll see what happens. Looking for Solar Edge to start pulling back. SEDG, just one of those names that I'll be looking for. I'm really looking for VWAP pullbacks. If I could get some of those VWAP pullbacks, that's going to be an opportunity here to take a shot. MaxN already on that pullback. So let's see if I can get this. I'm going to look for 200 back down to 490s. And then below that, first order will be at that 490 spot. Let's see if we can get that. Orders out there on MaxN. Let's go to SEDG. Of course, I'm focusing on solar. Ryan will be with me in just a couple seconds, guys. I do like SoFi, Gabs. Of course, I'm not telling you to go buy that, but I've talked about SoFi as financials get stronger and you continue to see the market breadth get better. Well, that's exactly one type of stock that I'd be looking at. So with SEDG, I'm going to play 88 and 86 on pullbacks. So let's see if I can get that 88. Put 20 shares there. And then I'm going to put 86. All right, so I have some orders out for pullbacks. Got to continue to watch the overall market. Leading the market today, we have basic materials, real estate, consumer cyclical. That tells me right there that the cyclical part of things, when it was leading downside action on the top, on the bottom 3 yesterday, tells me we're getting some mentality that, yeah, the economy can stick around. So you know how like we saw leisure plays make a big move recently? We were seeing like, let's say CCL, stocks like that make a big move up. Well, I'm seeing those stocks continuing today and airlines continuing. And if we keep getting oil to come down, but maybe oil flips and actually starts making an up move, that's where I got to be careful with the airline trade. But Oxy staying strong today. XOM trying to catch a bounce right now off the 100. That actually looks pretty good there for me. I like Gush also. If that could pull back one more time towards like 3170, I can keep an eye on Gush and try to make a little bit of a day trade on that. That's going to be one area that I'll look for. So I'm going to look for a pullback here towards, let's see, we got about 31 cents on the pullback. And then it came back down. Let's do 31 cents from here. That's going to put me closer towards 31.75. So 31.75 will be my first order here to get ready for a little bit of a pullback action on the Gush. All right, so putting that first order out to try to get filled. I'm putting out orders for pullback entries so that if it does come back and fill me, I can start to go ahead and come after these. Now we'll go to you guys in the chat. I know that I've been trying to keep up with it. FRGT, has that reopened? Let's take a look at that. All right, I got some moves that are already moving, so I'm going to go to naming those. TPIC with a big move up. That's a nice looking stock there. TPIC, that's a diversified industrial stock with a nice little push. This stock daily chart has big resistance right about here, 280s, 275, 280s to 270s. So somewhere in between that, I wouldn't mind to get the little pullback here. Maybe 275 pullback, looking for a move back above 3. Doesn't look bad in my eyes. Let's see if I can get that outlook. 275. I'll be watching for it, team. Lilly going slightly red here, slightly red here. So now I have my opportunity. If I do want to add, I can come after it. So what I'm going to do here, since we're getting this pullback, is I'm going to look for like 586 add. So let's see if we can get it here. 586. Boom. Okay, so 586 will get me 10 shares there. And then I want to also set up the 10 share stop protection just in case it just completely wipes out. So where would that be? I'll be an average between 586 and 587s. So from a little bit more, like 587 will be my average. So with 10 shares, how much can I risk there? I can risk about, let's say $3, $4. Let's do 583 as the stop here. Just trying to talk things out as I keep rolling today. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Microsoft Week says Jay out of rotation from big tech names. Good catch, Jay. We'll take a look at that and see if we see the same thing. But definitely, we is definitely something that I'll keep a watch on. There's the bounce there in Lily already. So that's actually a good outlook here. Still haven't gotten some fills out there. So I'm going to continue to watch. Technology isn't the strongest area today. So to tell you the truth, I know that a lot of people are just watching tech, but I'm probably not going to be even trading the tech names right now. I'm going to look towards areas where I can see things go from red to green, things like that. So energy is doing pretty well there. Real estate, basic materials is definitely hot, guys. What's leading there? Aluminum, copper with nice moves up today. Gold getting a nice little push. Agricultural inputs getting a nice little push. So these names I would definitely keep watch. Yesterday I saw like MOS, names like that doing pretty well. So I will take a look at agricultural inputs today. MOS, not bad, not a bad move there at all. As it starts to really start driving now, this is something that I pay attention to. I'm looking for pullbacks there to 3650s, but MOS looking pretty good now, starting to push. All right, man. Taking a deep breath here, guys. Smash the like if you guys are enjoying all the coverage. Still looking for some solar stocks to maybe do a little bit of a pullback. And I did get a little bit of a pullback and run here below the VWAP. So run came back below the VWAP. Well, some of the other ones come back below the VWAP. See here. 17 seems like a good entry there, but I'm going to look for a 1660 pullback, 1661, 1650 pullback. Still looking for like max end to pull back here. That still hasn't pulled back. SEDG. Ooh, no fill there in that SEDG. I tried to get filled on a nice little pullback. No fill off the VWAP there. 89.64s. I think I already missed that opportunity. So I'll keep the 88 there, but I'm going to cancel the other buy. We'll see what happens if we can get just one more pullback below VWAP. Same thing for run. I don't mind looking at these and trying to get them, but I'm looking for a little bit more extended pullback towards like this 1660 to 1650s. We'll see if that happens here. All right, catching up with the chat. Let's see what else. Look at Rivian Go. Hey, I see you guys. Fubo always runs well on days like this. Yeah, because it's a momentum play, Ryan. So one of the things is this is pure risk on. So what does that mean? Like, I almost don't need to look, but I'm going to make a call right now. I haven't taken a look at it at all today. ARKK up, probably. I mean, just guessing, right? Look at it. Let's take a look. Up on the day. So risk on type of day, right? And so we can look at that type of trade, right? That's why I was looking at a trade like Upstart. Those are the momentum names. They love to wake up when the market has momentum, especially to the upside. Let's go to 4C. Let's go to that. Let's see. And I put 4C in the chat. Oh, man. Let's take a look there. This did hold that $5 pullback, attempted to break the support, and then made a run to the upside. You can see it right here. That was the first support. We talked about it, 5. It came back to it and bounced right off of that, going back to the resistance, trying to break through this $6 resistance. Let's see if it can get through the 6 and really keep climbing. There's a wall at 6 here, the 39,000. You guys see this on the right-hand side, the level 2, brought to you by Trade the Pool. Look at that. Let's see if we can get through that wall at 6, because after that, there's a pretty good gap there where it can get running, but there's a wall there that it's going to have to get through. You can see he just got hit some of the shares. Now he's down to 25,000, and maybe it's not one person, but I can tell you right now, at 6, there's a pretty good wall there.
How we doing, Mitch?
I think I haven't taken a breath in about, what time is it?
Okay.
9:42. So not doing too bad, Ryan. Not doing too bad at all. Did you catch the pivot? Did you see Jerome Powell going up the stairs with the couch?
I did not see this meme or GIF. No.
Just messing with you. Let's go take a look in the market, man. I will tell you that there was one that halted in the smaller names. That was FRGT. And then 4C, not doing too bad right out the gates here, holding that $5 support, but big wall at 6. Let's see if it gets through it.
FRGT is open, by the way. So yeah, everyone ready for the new bull market? No more pullbacks. No more pullbacks ever. We're done.
No, that's
new
it,
highs,
bro.
New highs coming, everybody.
Throw in the towel.
What did I say when I signed off yesterday? We'll see you tomorrow for new highs. Guess what? New all-time highs are coming.
Dude, you didn't get the memo? Jerome Powell had a party yesterday. Jerome Powell starting the party. The Bulls continuing. And definitely patting himself on the back yesterday with the comments that were mentioned.
No, Ryan. I still have the SQQQ. That is a hedge. Yesterday, as SQQQ continued to get pounded, my portfolio kept going up and up and up and up, and it never stopped. I had an amazing day yesterday overall with the overall balance in my account. Amazing. And it's doing it again here this morning. But no, I still have SQQQ as a hedge.
All right, guys, looking for one more attempt to break down this support, maybe even a wick towards like 1680s, and then going to go ahead and jump on run. I do want to jump on it right here, but to tell you the truth, I need at least a little pullback, because if I buy here and let it go to 17, that's 50 cents down really quickly, and then I'll get stopped out. So we'll see what happens on run. Baba, I mean, that could bottom, but I mean, you're bottom fishing. One of the things that I want to do on a day like today is, like I mentioned it twice already, is sticking to the leaders. That's what I'm trying to do. Sticking to the leaders, because the leaders probably going to continue going, right? Square doing much better than SQQQ. Well, yeah, of course, Elon. Square is one that I'm watching with PayPal, and I'll mention it again from earlier today with Toast and Square. Nice little takeoff. PayPal, nice little VWAP bounce going higher, and Toast, just a complete takeoff, man. Of course, that has to stop me out yesterday. Look at this thing, man. Up to 1741. This is actually one that I wanted kind of more long-term. Look at the takeoff, man, on this one. This is one that I told you guys, this is like that leader laggard style trade where I saw Square taking off and I said, PayPal already kind of making a move. You know what? I'll go for the one that Kathy bought. You know, Kathy actually bought this down at the bottom. I actually got to say, this is the first dip buy that I ever seen Kathy do that I'm like, good job, Kathy. Good job. I don't know. Did she hire a new technical analyst? I feel like she might have. This was a good pick. All right, SoFi with it skyrocketing. When do I sell? Hey, yacht. I can't tell you when to do that, but usually when you can get a yacht, that might be a case. But hey, like always, man, you make that decision. We can't tell you exactly where to sell. All I can say is that, man, I was watching for SoFi to really do that takeoff, and look at the last 2 days. That is a nice little takeoff. SLM is another one that I've mentioned with this. And this is kind of the story of student loans coming back. Look how this is taking off. I know that some people only look at SoFi with this mention, but I tell you guys, and I've said this multiple times on Start Swing Trade, don't forget about SLM. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else is out there. Poor Kathy. No, Kathy might have a great year next year. So at least if things stay the way they are with the rosy outlook, that the way the market's looking, Kathy could have an awesome year. I disagree. I think the laggards are going to go. Look at KRE and ENPH. Well, KRE wasn't really a laggard. So, Jay, I have to kick that one out. I mean, that's already gone. ENPH, yeah, that's a laggard. I can give you that one.
Solar is going to be amazing. Now, Solar led yesterday.
Yeah.
After we got this. Solar has been totally beat up. It's absolutely tied to interest rates. The Fed just told you we're entering a cutting cycle.
Look at
Absolutely
Lilly.
Solar.
Look at Lilly down to 583s, guys, stopping me out, giving me a little bit of a loss today when I was up about $60 on the name today. So I'm going to go and throw that into the back, and I will reassess this at the end of the day. Instead of trying to get emotional look at this right now, I will reassess that. Maybe did I go about this the wrong way? We'll find out, of course. Like always, I think it's very important. Take your data, reassess a lot of times maybe after trading. Because right now, it's not going to make a benefit. All right, let's keep looking. Let's see what else we can get into the market, man. I'm still not getting that move and run that I was looking for. That little bit of a downside turn below 17 to wash out some of these traders. I might get it right here. Looking for below 17 towards like 1680s. Then I'm going to add towards like 1660s. The lowest add that I'll probably do is below 1640s and then definitely hold off 16. But I don't mind this run. It definitely has some attention.
FRGT halted, this time to the downside on FRGT.
I know I still have some orders out there for MaxN and still have orders out there for SEDG. Man, that SEDG VWAP bounce, I'm kind of a little annoyed that I missed that one, guys. That one, I'll show you guys it. And I think I just put the order too high up. So just too high up. A nice little VWAP bounce there on that move. Hendricks, can't have you in the way, bud. All right, guys, let's get after it. What else you guys got? We friggin' called it. Their FRGT. Hey, get after it, team. Tesla skyrocketing. Yeah, that's one name that honestly, I mentioned it yesterday. I think that really starts to get some upside outlook. I'm not believing in the next year, but I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't get in front of it. I started hearing mentions of the bot this morning too that they released. I need to talk to Ryan a little bit about that later today, but man, interesting.
And sorry, I'm still catching up here, so I'm not I'm not spotting stuff as it's going.
All right, another bottoming action off that 17. I'm trying my best to hold and not getting in the run too early here. Looking for the cut down through 17, and then I can start getting in. Here's that attempt. I still can't break through that wall. There's like a wall of buying there at 17 that won't stop. I'm trying to see those guys get a big fill and then it come to 1680. So whoever's buying on 17, I'm trying to see them get washed a little bit and then buy on that wash. Might just start moving here. I'm trying my best not to just buy up too early, too fast.
You don't want to buy everything, huh?
I mean, it's not that you can't play. I'll rent it to the upside. But whenever I get like a move like this, I always look for a little deeper time frame pullback. 17 isn't the worst because, I mean, at least you can risk down to the 1660. But earlier, if you would have bought 1750s when this was starting to get to the VWAP, I mean, going to even 17 would put pressure on you. You can see we're already back to 1730s. This is where I got to kind of make my decision. I'm going to wait. I still think that we get this attempted downside, and then I'll be cutting a quick sweep move.
The relative volume scanner is so loaded today, I can't even go through all of the names. It's unbelievable. It's pages. It's pages, and it's constantly updating. Man, oh
hey,
man.
Get after it. Get after it, yacht.
Man,
Just
oh
take me
man.
out, man. I'll be in Florida. I'll be in Florida to go out on that yacht I see, man. That looks like a good yacht. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if that's your yacht, man, but that seems like some good fishing time. You see that, Ryan? Like, I don't know about you,
That's a
but
nice
that's
looking
a good
boat, man.
That's a nice looking boat, dude.
I don't know what else you want me to say.
Ryan's like me, like, yeah, we'll go out on that. Like, all right, here's Run already making the run, pun intended. But guys, I can't jump up here to the 1750s. I just can't do it. I have to look for a little bit deeper time frame pullback on there. Yeah, this is like about 50% retracement, so it does kind of make sense there. But I missed it already. I'm not going to just jump up here at 1740s, get the pullback below 17s and get stopped out. I'll have to wait for it. So I'll set an alert here at like 1707 to let me know when this is starting to come back down. And I'll continue to watch out there, team. What are you guys watching out there? I see a lot of stocks showing up, man. Holy moly. Just stocks just making a move all over the place. Max N that I was trying to buy early, maybe should have just bought the high. I don't ever do that, but man, it would have worked today. So that's how it is. Hindsight 2020. You guys see the limit order for any pullback there. Just didn't get it. No pullback on Max N. Stoller getting the charge up today, man. All right, let's get after it. Benzinga live from the yacht. You do insurance on them? Don't worry, yacht. We'll get the yacht, and then I know who to go to for the insurance. And who knows? Maybe one of these trades can make me a yacht one day. I wouldn't be mad.
Everything trading up. Holy cow.
Yeah, dude.
If your stock is not going up today, you're in the wrong stock.
Are we in the wrong stock, Ryan?
No, I mean, literally everything in my portfolio is green. I have an Oracle call that I got yesterday that's down today. There we go. Everything else is green.
Love to hear it, man. Love to hear it. That's why I'm thinking, like, you know, how did I play the Lily today? Did I just like get just chopped out in the volatility? I mean, I only had 10 shares that eventually got stopped out. It's a hard play there.
I'm definitely nervous when every single person, including the cabbies and the Uber drivers, are bullish. I don't know what to tell you. Like this is what I've learned over the years. I am extremely skeptical of what's going on right now. But you know what? We've talked about it quite a bit. You can be wrong, but you can't stay wrong. So that's it. I'll wait for the next thing. It's unbelievable. Everyone is bullish. Every single person is bullish. Jeffrey Gundlach is bullish. Think about that.
The key there is that there's been a flip. There's been a complete flip out there, man. And right now they're just like,
I'll buy it at a high price.
They don't care, man. They don't care. They'll buy it at that high price. Adobe not doing that good today. To tell you the truth, that might be a dip buy that ends up getting bought in the end. But 99 all over again, says Rhett. I think that's true, man. And I think that's something that you need to be thinking about. This is how it seems like.
Mitch, if that's true, there is about to be massive pain on the horizon for a majority of people.
But that's how it works, right? Because there's a lot of money on the sideline.
If we're going to say that, let's discuss what that actually means.
Yeah, because the truth is that there's a lot of money on the sideline, right? There's a lot of money in the money markets, right? And with that being said, at some point, that's going to start making it back to the market. And of course, what are they feeling now? They're feeling the FOMO. So if you were getting your 5% guaranteed and you had all that money on the sideline, and now you're seeing the stock market boom like it is, and you're starting to feel like you're missing out on return, what do you start to do? You start to get that money back to put it back to the market. That's an easy recipe for disaster up here. But hey, we'll find out.
Taxi drivers are most informed.
Yeah, when hilarious. The Ubers start staying home to day trade, that might be telling. You know what we're gonna have to look, and it sounds dumb, but there's the old adage talk that it's all about the strippers. Yep, it's all about the strippers. You don't know about that one, Ryan?
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Well, in 2008, when the strippers were having multiple houses. That was a telling sign. When they've talked about this in the street, especially in Wall Street, how when strippers are giving advice, that might tell you something, right? And so I think that we all need to look around, and the exuberance is real, and the exuberance can lift all tides, right? Can even lift, let's say, like KRE, where I think regional banks have a real problem on their hand, and everybody said it. But that doesn't matter right now. The stocks are just going higher. When farmers get off their horse and open the laptop, yeah, the Big Short says it. It describes it even in the Big Short, right? Let's get after it. Let's see what else is out there. Can't see myself buying on tops. I was about to FOMO, but instead bought into cheap SPXS. Hey, not a bad mention there. Snoops, snow cones, and more. Snoopy, I want a snow cone. I want a snow cone for real. I like snow cones. Sorry, Mitch, that problem in regional banks disappeared yesterday. I highly doubt it. It still hasn't disappeared because the truth is the interest rates haven't come down. This is just talk of interest rates coming down. Like I talked about on pre-market prep. I think that this mention could have been to try to save a recession that Jay Powell saw coming up in 24. So he said, how can I get around it? Well, maybe if I just give the talk about cutting rates, that'll be enough for the market to stay through this next potential recession. We'll find out. What stock is tanking today? Got money to spend now. Hey, well, look at your down filters. That can maybe help you find one. 4C looking so good, says Terry Budd. Let's take a look at that. All right, Lulu going lower there. Let's take a look. What else is making a move here? Gush? Man, no pullback on Gush there. Like, I'm just missing moves today. And why? Because I just don't chase. But hey, if I miss moves and that's the only thing that happens today, I can't be mad about that. Everything just a complete takeoff. What was that? What happened in cryptocurrency today? Does anyone know? Is anyone like really big on crypto? Because I did see there was that ledger talk. That's what I caught while I was live on pre-market prep.
I saw that.
But I'm wondering
too, but I don't know the story behind it. I'm not.
Yeah, there's a lot there that I wanted
to
kind of find out because Bitcoin was taking a big beating. So many stocks up today, man. It's a wild one. Arik trying to make a new high on the day. There she goes. New high on the day on Arik. That tells me watch out for those growth names, risk on names, pushing strong, man. So many. Is there any red in Kathy's portfolio? Only Meta. That's the only thing down in the ARKK. That's a telling sign, guys. That's a telling sign. That just shows the exuberance that's in the market. Amazon keeps going down. So one thing that could happen today is we see leading stocks like the Magnificent Seven not be the leading stocks today. Why? Because when you're getting these moments, right, where we're able to see the market kind of really react. And just give me a second, guys. I'm getting the dogs in here.
Oh, good. I got you, Mitch. I know how it is dealing with animals. I got one right behind me, staring down another one of my animals.
Yeah, I have 3. You have 2 with you all the time. I got 3.
Yeah.
So we're not animal friendly here. We're definitely animal friendly.
No, my animals are my life, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, like I think that this is playing in right now where you're seeing maybe the tide lifting all boats, right? And that's what you're seeing in the market right now. Even utilities pulling back, healthcare starting to come back. Defensives are the one area that's in the red for the day. So that's an area to watch out for. Confectioners taking a pullback, discount stores. Still in Walmart, it's pulled back a significant amount, but I'm probably just sticking in it right now. Moderna with some good news today. That had got a nice little rip. We'll look to see if it takes a next step up here. Run now 1768. So not a bad move if you were able to play that one. Just didn't catch the solar stocks on the VWAPs, and SCDG was probably the best one that I could have caught. But even for solar, nice move today. All right, looking around, team. What else you guys see out there? Oh, the smart windows moving, man. View. The smart windows even getting the lift. Today's the day where you can look in the dumpster fire. Like if there's a stock you know that's been in the dumpster fire, go pull it out because it might be moving to the upside. At least take a look for them. You can name the worst stock today, and it might be up. Even my genie bag is starting to come back to me, guys. When your bags start coming back, that tells you something. Solar, the leading industry in technology today, so definitely a good day there. TER having a hell of a day. Ambarella getting a big lift. AMKR. There's a lot of these tech names that you probably wouldn't really look at all the time that are just pushing right now. SMCI, that's pulled back. That stock's hard to play, guys. I will tell you guys that. RDFN. I remember when I was looking at open and that was at 250. It's almost trading at 5. What are you guys seeing out there? Cannabis is coming back as well. Yes, it might as well. Run with a quick pullback there. Just got the alert, guys. I'm looking for the cut down below 17. You guys got a nice cut there on that first action. I just don't want to buy the 17s. There's a wall there that keeps buying it, and I'm expecting him to get cut through. But look at the wall there, man. It literally hit 17 on the dot. 17 low there, and it's back up to 1740. There's a wall definitely built up there, and it's probably algo run. But man, that 16.99, 17 spot, there is a wall there. Qs, quick pullback. Yep, quick pullback to the lows there on the Qs. Will they crack? Watch out there, guys. Of course, with the kind of outlook that we have, we could see hourly pullbacks and then continued strength. So be careful for hourly pullbacks, followed by the next run.
FRGT might be curling here.
Your 4C coming back there to 6. You know what stock's hot, and I think that it's time to really kind of keep a really close eye on it. We talked about this a little bit earlier, maybe like a week and a half ago. RX. That has a lot of volume and continuing to move for a penny stock. I have to put it on the radar. Like the way that stock is moving, that tells me something that at least that stock definitely has something within itself. And I like the patterns that it keeps holding. If you look at a daily chart, look at this takeoff. A lot of volume.
Now's the time for spec. I mean, speculation is going to be rampant. Even Jay Rice is talking about this right now. Look at the rotation into everything besides large cap tech growth. I mean, these small caps, if this is going to hold, the small caps are the place to be.
Well, the small caps are the place to be, I think, regardless next year. Small caps and mid caps, I would say, are going to outperform the large cap stocks. And big reason why is just the outlook of cutting rates. That will at least help small caps. I think you could have a good move into the January effect. I don't think this bull is going to get stopped in January. I still think there's going to be something that happens that turns around this bull, but even January, the beginning of January, you're still looking really bullish. DNA pushing strong. That's like kind of one of those stocks that's in the gutter that's having a decent day. Energy just pushing strong, man. I wanted to get some kind of energy play. XOM, big push off that 100 that we were looking at just a little while ago. Maybe should try to at least get that play. But today I was trying to do more of coverage. And you guys can see it. I'm trying to at least get you guys a lot of stocks here. Look at this 100 move. Right here was when I started seeing it come back. And I looked at Gush. I put the order for Gush. I should have just bought XOM right there for that 100. Risk off of like 99. I could risk even below the low of the day. Looking for the move higher. I think this starts to get a little bit of a lift. XLE is another way to play this, and that's already at 84. Whew, what a day, guys. What a day.
What a day is
390.
right.
Smash it up, guys. We're almost at 400. And I want to get those likes up, guys. Show us that you guys appreciate this. And like always, not charging you guys a single dime. Where else do you get this with no charge behind? I'll tell you that much. There's not many. I only know one. Benzinga, of course. Hit the likes. Let's go. Joby, next leg move. I did see Kathy loaded up some more Joby. I don't know how much I believe in that company, but right now, I don't think you got to believe in the company. Just look at the price action. Joby just pushing, man. Look at that. Kramer was like, no, I don't want this at all. Sell, sell, sell. Well, I mean, there you guys see it. CrowdStrike killing it. There you go. Guys are getting after it. Appreciate the love, chat. Need happy hour for free. Unfortunately, that is not free. You got to pay it up, man. Got to become on that pro life.
Got to be a pro member. Glenn, you can access it via, you can access the chat via your phone. The other thing is once you sign up, Zoom will email you the link to that. Like you'll still have the link.
There's always a way, man.
The happy hour is always notified. Every day it's notified. I can also put the link in the happy hour chat room that we created for that.
Yep. All right, guys. Things are starting to slow down a little bit, so be careful for a little bit of pullback action. I'm at least seeing that out there in the market. I do think that we're going to have like at least like one hourly pullback to give us opportunities to maybe catch some of these names. So instead of overreacting to this first opening action today, and it's 10 o'clock, right? So it's 10:10. I'm going to look for a little bit of a strong pullback and then try to catch that pullback. Adobe starting to bottom out here. I think that might be a name that does get the buy the dips to come in here. But I don't want to go after a stock that like Adobe, right? That has like a big down. I'm looking for stocks that are strong to continue being strong. If I would have played AMD last week when I made my call for AMD and Intel to outperform for the rest of the year, I mean, I'd be straight killing it. So I got to continue staying with the winners. Look at Intel now to 46.37. Really strong day already. Qualcomm is another one that surprised me. And look at the action on Qualcomm today. Why? Because it's the thing behind the thing. Look at that. This is the B2B AI play. Look at that. That's strong. Now watch this daily. Boom. That's a little bit of a takeoff. And look at all the volume into this compared to the relative volume on the daily. Tells me something, guys. That tells me. This is why you got to be careful with the media and what they're telling you. Because at the end of the day,
it's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
it's how it is, guys. I haven't heard that thing behind the thing in a while. Is that from Raz? Yeah, that's a Raz comment. Got to give it to where, got to give credit where it's due. That's that boy Raz. I haven't had Raz on in a while. Up 29%. Qualcomm. There you go, 13. It's really hard to believe anything.
Nice job
the
on
media
QCOM.
says. I agree with that, Sam. It's really hard. You know, one thing is I wish there was a media that tried to tell you more along what they thought was the like really happening versus like just reporting some headlines to get your attention, because that tricks traders, right? So a lot of times the media is trying to get more eyes into the stock market coverage. So they're going to play tricks on you to try to get your attention. That's why you need to be very careful what headlines you're reading and how that drives your trading. All right, what else you guys got? Great to be back in this room. Love to hear it, Sal. All right, what else do we got here? Qualcomm pulling back now. Now is when I think we might start getting those hourly dips. We're getting them. I just want to see them come back all the way back on the hourlies. So 9 EMA on hourlies is something that I'm thinking about. So like, let's say run. That could be a move all the way back down to like 16. So this is why I'm staying on the hourlies and looking at hourly resist support to come into play. At this point, I can't be looking at my 1 minute chart because I'm going to end up getting caught on pullbacks. So I'm looking at hourly pullbacks for that attempt to catch that pullback and then go higher. Can I please give my indicators again? Yeah, of course, Lynn. By all means. I don't mind talking about that, right? I like the average true range, the RSI on daily charts. It's the only time I'm going to care about those two. The average true range tells us what? The average range of the daily action from the bottom to the top. So this is a good way of understanding risk and also understanding potential reward. So understand to look into this. This is ATR. Have you ever heard that being mentioned? Average true range. And then RSI to tell me overbought and oversold. But like I always say, it's historical reference that matters to me on RSI. So something to mention. Then intraday. What is the intraday indicator that I like? That'd be the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. So if you want to check that one out, of course, you guys can find that on pretty much any trading platform. Tesla is having a day, Sal. Let's go take a look there. Is it on the robot move? Ooh, Tesla, the dragon has awakened. And look at the VWAP bounces. This has been a nice one. So up 1, down 1, up 2, down 2, up 3, down 3, expansion. Let it come back towards this like 245. I might even take a shot on it. Palantir falling. Someone's bringing out the Palantir life. I'll tell you what. If this is not a day for you guys to definitely check out, of course, Trade the Pool, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Because on a day like today, I don't know about you guys, but I want to have access to what? Some buying power, man, because you got to put some buying power to work. This is when you normally see some traders even go into margin. Why? Because they're trying to get some money to work here. So definitely check out Trade the Pool. It's there in the chat for you guys. Smash the like. Over 398 of you guys. Let's see if we can break 400, break the resistance. How we do that? You guys get those likes up. Palantir to 18 now. Quick pullbacks. Hourly pullbacks is what I'd like to look at. So where does Palantir's hourly pullback come into play? Well, I just look at the chart. Where did we find resistance yesterday? 1790s. So 1790s to 1780s is the levels that I'd look for little pullback opportunities for Palantir. It's not my favorite stock, so I'm not coming after it right now, but I am looking for other names to catch on that pullback. So like Lily's one that I could keep an eye out for. I still kind of like this. I might go after a different one like Weight Watchers. So Weight Watchers is WW. So if this could pull back on the hourly, I'm getting already that kind of pullback. I'd like to see like a 1750 move. And that could be a really nice area to kind of start getting in on this. So this is kind of more of a swing trade that I'm thinking about on Weight Watchers, but it has to come back to 1750 first. So I'm going to set that alert at 1755 to let me know, and I'll let you guys know when I see it. Maybe refresh. If you refresh on YouTube, that could definitely help you. Powell gave to deploy the capital signal yesterday. Yeah, he pretty much did. They all got excited. I'll tell you that much. They're all trying to bring that couch money all the way up the stairs. They're just like, let's bring that couch money now to work. All right, guys, what else are you guys seeing out there? Let's go to Walmart here. See how this is pulling back. A little part of me is thinking about adding to Walmart, but I'm just sticking with it right now, team. Basic materials still leading, now starting to make a little bit of a pullback on that. So you're starting to get those pullbacks all around. Every sector on a pullback right now, nothing on the breakout to the upside. The only one that's maybe catching support, trying to bounce a little bit, I would say is utilities, but a lot of downside action coming in on healthcare and consumer defensive, especially. Industrial is pulling back here. Energy starting to pull back. So that could give opportunities to catch the pullback. We'll find out. Where are you long Walmart? You see it right there on the screen, man. It's right here. I don't know if this is big enough for you, but that's 151.46. All right, let's keep going. 4C still staying strong, says Wiss. Let's take a look at that. AMD still ripping, baby. And man, I definitely, sometimes I make good calls and I just don't listen to it, just don't trade it. And that happens. It's as someone that's in the market every day, and I'm going to tell you guys about that. But man, the 4C $5 hold now up there to 7. This is how you start getting those squeezes out there in the market. Affirm, another one that I think you'll start to see squeezing action still continuing, right? The daily on this is actually pulling back right now. Look at that little pullback, right? Well, we'll see what happens with these names. Upstart, big strong day yesterday. Quick pullback, the dip gets bought. You got to be careful. Those dips are getting bought. And definitely these are the type of stocks that could actually stay strong. Like even a Carvana for me makes sense today to start really kind of pushing off. That's actually making a little bit of a move and could continue climbing. So this is one that's on my radar right now. It's actually right off the VWAP here. If you wanted to take an attempt right now to get this one, you have that attempt right now. I'm going to go to the 5-minute here so you guys can see that VWAP. I'd look for a little bit more pullback, but hey, to each his own. We'll see what happens there on Carvana. If it can catch the VWAP here and just go back up to 51. I'm going to look for a cut down to 49, maybe this 48.50, somewhere in between there, get some attempted moves. I'm looking for deeper time frame pullbacks to take a shot. Mitch, what would be the hourly pullback on MaxN? Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the hourly chart here. Oh, and it's actually coming back a pretty good amount, but let's go to the hourly chart. I did the 4-hour chart. So what I would look for, I'd look to the left and try to look for resistance. Where can that prior resistance become support? So right here was a level that we rejected when we made a big run, right? So I could look for a pullback to that level. So I'm going to make it thicker so you guys can see that level. Of course, this is never going to be 100%, but this is how I go about it, team. So there you guys see it. Let me delete that recent line that I just drew for no reason. And now we come to it. So another thing that you can measure is the fib retracement. So from the bottom here, 476, up there all the way to the 582, where would that retracement come into play? I know that this thing has fibs. I've never drawn it with this. Let's try to do it here. Oh, trying something new here. All right, guys. So let me delete this one. Sorry, I just double clicked there. So now we see that retracement, right? And so that retracement actually sits where that support can show up right at the 61.8% retracement level. What is that? That's the golden mean in fibs, right? So I always love this little sweet spot between the 50% and the 61.8. That would be 528 and 515. So somewhere in between there, that's where I would be looking for the support to come into play. Prior resistance becomes support, and then it starts to push higher. We'll see what happens there on MaxN, and that's just my outlook. Always here for you guys. Smash the like. Need a 4K screen? No worries. I need a stream in 4K to help you out with that. And like always, guys, if you guys can't see the screen and you need me to blow something up, any questions, always ask. XBT. All right. XBT is not going to have news, but let me take a look. What is that? Is that XBTF? I don't know if you made a mistake on that one, Rhett. If you did, but let me know. Once Oracle breaks VWAP, it will be one way up. Hey, keep your eyes on that one. Maybe it starts to return. Shop breaking out. That's a nice one. That could tell me that Amazon could really get going. This is one that I'm always going to be pissed about not adding to my long-term investments. I've talked about this at 40 multiple times. I had more than opportunities to get Shop down at 40 and just never took it. All throughout this time, I could have taken an opportunity. Even when it lifted here to like 50s and came back to 40s, what an opportunity for a long-term position. I really love Shopify in the long run. I think they will be the only true competition of Amazon, and they won't be a competitor really, because I see them working together in the future and trying to really stomp on UPS and FedEx, because maybe even Shopify uses Amazon's delivery services to try to continue gaining market share. And I think that both of them can survive, where maybe some smaller businesses can grow on Shopify. And then, of course, some bigger businesses will keep with Amazon because of just their customer base. The big news is coming up at 10:30. 10:30, my friend. I will be giving you the big news. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. It's going to be interesting to find out some personal life of Money Mitch, of course. Smash the like. All right, SoFi. Let's take a look at SoFi. Has that continued to run here? Let's go. All right, let's look at hourly pullbacks for this. So this has already kind of made an expansion, right? And so whenever I look at expansions, I always look to see if we can come back to the hourly support. So this is a nice retracement right here towards the 930s. It could make this move, I think, closer towards the 920s and then start to come back. Below 9, I'd be a little bit concerned, because then you can, just make the full retracement from the bottom here. And so we can draw that how that would look too, right? So this is kind of that expansion higher. 50% retracement puts it back at 890. So that's where you got to be a little bit careful. Short term is this 23.6. Can it hold that level around 938s, 937s, and then get back up there? Glad I'm showing you a little bit of the fib tool today. If you guys like, of course, and you want to check this out for yourself, check out Trade the Pool, guys. There's the link. Yeah, YouTube not showing the 1080 option on my end. Don't worry. I think for some reason, it should be set here towards 1080. I'm not sure, guys. I'll check on that. I know that my service StreamYard should be able to do it in 1080, but if they're for some reason only doing 720, I could see why you guys are having issues seeing the clear screen. If you listen to Triple D this AM, he got this rotation dead on. Yeah, of course. That's why you listen to Pre-Market Prep, Jay. It's in the trash, in the dumpster, team. Energy. Really pushing now, guys. Trying to take basic materials. Basic materials have pulled back, so look for opportunities there. I think copper has pulled back here. Let's take a look at FCX. Yeah, kind of don't mind FCX right now. Man, this has really broken out too. Copper with a big move, guys. I think 43 could be in play there. This is definitely one of those fast movers. When it starts to move is FCX. See what happens there. That's holding a quick retracement here and looking to see if it can just push higher. Be right off these levels. I wouldn't even want it to go through that 41 again. Just right back up towards like 4150s. Doesn't look too bad there. Gush bouncing off the VWAP, trying to make another move higher. So oil names probably going to be looking good. One that I talked about yesterday that I maybe should have taken the swing is Valero. It's right on the VWAP right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying to get into this one. So here's the first buy. I will set up limit buys on pullbacks here towards 127. and 126. So I wanted this on pullback. So now I'm just putting those orders out there. Started the swing trade capability here at 10 shares only. 4C is a freaking monster. I agree with that. I can't disagree with that. You know, I didn't think it would continue that strong. But when the market's this hot, stories can just rip and continue moving there. FRGT doesn't say that this one has to stop. It pulled back to the VWAP, got below $1, now trying to break back. But there's a lot of resistance there. The problem with these $1 ones is that there's so many shares that block and create a wall. That's why I don't like them. I like the more $3 ones. And when they start in the $3 space, it seems to make a lot more sense for me for those penny names. Shit goes down at Valero. I like that comment, Master of Darkness. SCCO Copper has been a favorite for years. Yes, it has. It's been a great stock to have. I remember when we called it on the low there. Let me go to the daily chart on that one. Man, it was, I think it was even like back here at the 71. And we made our way back. I'm just trying to look at this chart here to remember where I called this move here. Yeah, it was all the way back here when it was down there in October. And this started working its way back. It's in July, actually, when it started to get over this 70. 70 seems like a really good level. And this stock loves to sell into the 80s as of late. So now, will we make that run back to that high on the 80s, which is maybe an even run to 87? So maybe pullbacks to 80, 78 made sense today. We still haven't gotten that type of pullback. It is trying to hold the quick pullbacks here. We'll find out. Valero, of course, took a little bit there. We'll find out if I get some ads. Let's start taking a look to see if we can get those longer term pullbacks. Run came to that 1680s, bounced off of it. Let's see if we can get it now, guys. Doesn't look too bad here. All right, let me take a look at the Qs here. I'm going to look for another pullback here to 675. Q still pulling back in the red there now from the open. So is the SPY. So keep looking for, I'm looking for hourly pullbacks to come into play and give us opportunities, right? I think that's definitely some area that we can be watching for. Hourly pullbacks. Looking for those to come in play here. Let's go to the top names here, moving in the SPY and the Qs. Top name from the open here. Names that you probably wouldn't expect in the SPY. Pool. So it looks like Pool getting a nice little push. SEDG, of course, one of the ones that we actually tried to get here. I'm going to look for a deeper time frame pullback on that move, which is going to be an 88 test. I'll put 88.47 as an alert. And the important part is you can set a lot of these alerts with Trade the Pool to help you find the stocks when they start to show up. All right, definitely smash the like. FRGT moving nicely. Hey, shout out to you guys. I know you guys were all over those names. Yeah, Caleb, I agree. If you're a big YouTube person and you just love watching content on YouTube, there's nothing better than YouTube Premium. I also have it. I enjoy it for the music. I enjoy it for being able to close the videos and just listen to the audios sometimes of my podcast that I listen to on YouTube. And you guys right now that are watching live trading, let's say if you just wanted to listen to us and you didn't want to keep the video open, you could do this on your phone. And that's through YouTube Premium. So check that out, team. That's a great feature to go ahead and go live and then just put us in the background and listen in. This is one of my favorite things. Lynn, I'll be working on that. Time for the news, Mitch. No fake news, talking about what could be coming versus about what is happening today, this morning, that has already happened. And they just want to talk about the past, right? This is why today you'll see the conversation all about the Fed, and you get the FOMO built into the market. You'll see a lot of analysts come on today and be rah, 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 right? Well, we gotta be able to decipher between the noise. All right, run starting to get back up there, made the move to the 1680s, held that, now trying to make this 1750s run. Let's see if it can really start pushing here and making the next step up. Q's trying to catch a little bit of a bounce. I think we still might get a little bit more pullback, so I'm trying to be patient here, guys. This might take me to have the trade later in the day, but that's okay. That's okay. Does the use of the word, and I love this question, this is a great question here, Master of Darkness, does the use of the term pullback mean to imply that the uptrend is likely to continue? Yes. And so in technical analysis, right, we have different levels of pullback. You can look into the fibs, you can keep it simple, but the truth is that in technical analysis, one thing that is told to us is that if a trend starts and the retracement retraces that whole expansion move higher, then that negates that trend, and that trend is no longer valid. So that's kind of more the technical analysis there for pullbacks, right? So if a stock makes a big leap up and then pulls back only 50% of that, that's still bullish in technical terms. But if a stock makes a big move up, then retraces all of that, actually goes below the breakout spot, then that actually negates that move, and it's no longer considered a trend. Just to bring technical analysis in it. All right, smash the like out there, guys. We got 369 of you guys. The market has been starting to get a nice little push again. You're starting to see SEDG get that nice little lift. So you could see these stocks really start to push. I'm going to continue to watch to see if they can continue to climb here. Run was another one. Maybe the 1780 spot was the best spot to get it at. I can try to go for a scalp right now, but I've been trying to cover the market for you guys to go ahead and stay in the advantage, stay in the know, right? That's what I'm trying to do for you guys today. Always Master of Darkness, always here to answer questions. And that's a great question, right? It's not like it's something that maybe someone else doesn't think about. All right, definitely smash it up out there, team. We've been having a great day here on Trade the Pool. We're going to keep going like always, guys. Like I want you guys, of course, to check out Trade the Pool if you guys haven't done so already. Smash the like. And a little bit, we're going to be talking a little bit about what is going on in my personal life. I want to fill you guys in. It's already past 10:30 here. So I'm going to play a little bit of a Trade the Pool trailer here for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. Need to go ahead and pull some stuff up here. So just give me a quick second here as I pull up the trailer here for you guys. All right, definitely. If you guys see any stocks moving and you guys want to talk about these names, definitely throw them up in the chat. We can definitely have a good conversation. And let's keep the movement going here, guys. What a day, guys. The bulls are just ripping out there, man. Seems like they can't be stopped, won't be stopped. You know how that is. Once they get going, they can keep this market moving. That's why I talked about it yesterday. The market can stay illogical longer than we can stay solvent. So just keep remembering that and don't get destroyed in these downside, this big rip, right? Shorting in this rip, that's a recipe for disaster right now. All right, guys, I can't find that, so no worries. Just I'll literally just do it like this. We'll do it like this, guys. Just give me a quick second here. I'm going to play a little bit of a trailer, and we'll be right back, team. Don't go anywhere. We always got a lot more for you guys right here on Live Trading. We got All Access coming up next. Of course, if you haven't checked out Benzinga Pro, go ahead and check it out.
Did you know that nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? In fact, a research paper from the Federal Reserve analyzed more than 900,000 news stories and concluded that positive news stories increase stock returns quickly. The key is getting access to breaking news live as it is happening. Benzinga Pro is the only streaming platform available to retail investors that provides the fastest live news feed in the market. so you can catch breakout stocks before they rally. Some recent winning alerts include 270% on BLPH in 4 days, 147% on CRBP in 2 days, and 118% on UNCY in 4 days. The way it works is simple. Every minute of the day, Benzinga Pro scours the market for news that moves stock prices. Not only does Benzinga Pro provide data to brokerages and other news outlets such as TradeStation, TD Ameritrade, MarketWatch, and Bloomberg. Subscribers get the same data plus real-time alerts to stay ahead of new stock rallies. But that's not all. You also get streaming stock news, trading signals, intelligent chat rooms, daily trade picks from professional traders, stock audio with real-time updates, a stock scanner to identify new rallies, and so much more. Basically, all the information and research tools you need to stay ahead of the market and in front of big stock moves. For a limited time, you can access Benzinga Pro for free for the next 2 weeks. Just click the button on this page, fill out the form, and join us. The next alerts are coming out any minute.
All right, team. Like always, come on over, team. I want to be, transparent with you guys. And of course, keep your eyes on the market, team. Like always, if you're trading here, focus on making money because that's what it's all about. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about my personal life, and a little sad that Ryan isn't here right now. Ryan said give him 5. Should we give Ryan 5 to be here with us? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'll have that conversation with Ryan. I wanted him to be there. But I want to let you guys in on a little something here, guys, and let you guys know a little bit about my life here, guys, and why I've been somewhat missing some days and been busy. Of course, like always, there's some stories in life that bring you to the next journey in life, right? And I'm definitely getting into that next journey in life. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys it. None other than, of course, I'm going to be a dad in 2024, guys. So yes, you guys heard that. I'm going to be a dad, guys. So I got some kids on the way. Hey, and guess what, guys? We got twins. Twins are on the way. Identical twins for Money Mitch. 2 boys. That's what it's all about, baby. That's what it's all about, guys. So if you guys have been wondering what's been going on, that's what's been going on, guys. So it's been, definitely tough getting through that. Looking towards March being that time. So I wanted to let you guys in on that. I really appreciate all the love in the chat right now. Really, that's what it's all about. Definitely, I appreciate you guys like always, always supporting me, always helping me out. I did want to go ahead and throw here, and by all means, no one has to do this. I just wanted to give an ability. I know that you guys always give like super stickers and things like that and try to support me. So I wanted to just throw up here my registry link. If you guys want to help out the twins, feel free to help out. No need to. It's just one way for you guys to get back to me. But look at all the love in the chat, man. And to tell you the truth, it's kind of hard for me not to even tear up talking about this, but it's definitely something else. Money Mitch gonna have 2 little money Mitches coming through, guys, and twins. So stay tuned for that, right? Big moves coming in 24. Got to get them on the yacht. That's for sure. Twins smash the like for that, guys. Call them Huggies. I love the chat, guys. Always good. Doubling down indeed. So we'll see what happens there, guys. May the Bulls be with you. Hey, love the chat, man. You guys are always supporting us. We love to support you guys, and we wish you guys the best in 2024. I know that you guys wish us the best, so we'll see what happens, right? All right, guys, that was pretty much the news. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll find out how things go, right? I'll let you guys know how things are coming along, and of course, finally. You guys can stay tuned, of course. Keep up with me. I'll definitely let you guys know once the twins are here. All right, let's keep going. Twins is exciting, man. And identical twins, it's going to be something else. Right now, it's looking like in mid-March. So just to give you guys perspective. Name one bull, one bear. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe I got to dress one up as a bull and bear when they're born. Doesn't look too bad for me. We'll see what happens, guys. Let's get back to the market here. Run, trying to make a little bit of a push here. I did get a little bit of a push there to 1770s. The Qs are trying to bounce back here. Keep your eyes on that. SPY also trying to bounce back. We can continue to watch to see if those stocks will get another lift. I'm still seeing basic materials lead, energy and real estate behind that. You got consumer cyclical, so keep your eyes on those names. We've already known how Tesla has had that first move. Let's see if it made that second move here. Yeah, continued going, and it did kind of pull back. Didn't get to the 245, but just continuing the push right now is Tesla. If it's boys, how about Dennis and Joel? Master of Darkness, believe it or not. And I should have put him on the spot there, but Joel said the same thing, man. He was like, why not Dennis and Joel? All right. Yep. I will be learning a little bit of some diaper changing. All right. Looks like we're going to be moving to all access in just a second here. When I get the okay from AB, I'll be switching us over to all access. Like always, guys, this is where we uncover the stories and get you guys to new opportunities. Maybe Ryan and Luke. I love the chat, you guys. Benjamin and Grant. Okay. Good role models for those fellas. Yeah, definitely indeed. I mean, they've been great role models for myself, right? I look at Dennis and Joel as mentors, and they've definitely helped me push forward, right? And I did get the BOGO, Dave. That's what I did. All right, guys, we'll be wrapping up in just about 6 minutes here. 10:50, we'll go ahead and go live here with all access. But let's keep going. Let's see what we can come up with today. Of course, solar stocks lifting off there, guys. I don't think these are even going to come back. We had a little bit of a pullback there, about 38.2% retracement, held the VWAP there, started to push right back up there. So stocks that are strong, or maybe just catching the momentum today, really staying strong. Home furnishing and fixtures doing well today. Recreational vehicles, man, that's something interesting to see. You're seeing Harley Davidson up 4%. That just goes to show you that some people are really buying into this whole narrative that we will get rate cuts, and that's starting to push the market here. Look at Hog. Nice little pullback, now trying to break the high. VWAP and the rule of 3. You know it, Ryan. Those are some of my strongest strategies. Dr. Man Red said, please don't use any names suggested here. Don't worry. Like always, I take you guys' opinion. Like always, we have to have our own. Just like you guys need to always have your own opinion. Don't always take what people say as the truth. Look at it. I've talked about this. In a world where we have AI and deep fakes, you need to always try to go ahead and show what that next level is, right? And you can't be fooled by the media. You can't be fooled by opinions. You have to go ahead and fact check for yourself. If you're not fact checking things, you're doing it wrong, team. Lily starting to curve up. Uma bringing a nice little mention there. Thank you for the mention there. I know that I got stopped out on Lily earlier today, but it is starting to curve up a little bit. Has had huge pullback. I mean, when you think about it overall, that's a big hourly chart right back down to support. This is where I was trying to buy it yesterday on the hourly support. But man, it made a nice run and just failed today. Just failed. If you look at it on the hourly chart, I'll show you guys that. So if you scroll back, you see this area here? This is where I was trying to buy up yesterday. So somewhere in this kind of area, I was trying to attack there on the hourly support to get after this. And it did make a nice little run, but look at the pullback today. That's wicked. Wicked indeed. All right, let's keep getting after it, team. I did get some messages, so I'm just catching up with that. We'll see what happens. Can we get this back through the 600? I have to wait and find out. All right, guys, and stay tuned. Like always, I'm always working on something special. But to tell you guys the truth, I did want to let you guys know exactly what was going on in the personal life. But you guys are the first to hear it. Why? Because I know that you guys have always been there for me. Always been there for what's going on in the market, right? Thank you, market movers, for a nice super sticker there, $10. Hey, to tell you the truth, guys, you guys have always been there for me. So I wanted to give you guys the insight. Even the pre-market prep crowd hasn't heard this yet. So you guys were first live trading. All right, we'll see what's going on. Lily's starting to bounce. The Qs trying to get right back up there. Of course, we'll continue to watch the Qs to see when they could get that bounce. Hourly level bounce towards like 402.55, maybe around the 403 spot, but you are coming down. That's why I will continue to watch for hourly pullbacks to maybe catch some on that pullback and go for some longs. Of course, not shorting in this environment until I see something drastically change. That's why he was looking at Owlette. Becca. You see, Becca, you're smart. That's using that intelligence right there. Could have been the reason why I was looking at Owlette. Could have been the reason. Congrats. You have twins yourself? Well, Wispy, you got to reach out, man, because I need to talk to more twin parents. STTK halted. Ooh, nice mention there. Before we get out of here, 2 minutes. Let's take a look at STTK. This is one that I was trading yesterday. Oh, look at the move on that one. We missed this one. We didn't even talk about it. Look at that one. Big push up today. It held sleepy and just a complete takeoff there. Who was able to play this one today? Let me know in the chat because, man, this was a good move on the day. Not a bad move at all. Trying to take away this daily gap here. Let me just go ahead and here. Let me just erase everything here. That's all the way back here. Sorry about that, guys. There it is. Boom. Had to get that out of my way. It was just annoying me. All right, guys. So you guys see here, nice little symmetrical triangle eventually breaking out. This one kind of did a little bit of a bigger buildup, right? Like you guys can see it here. Nice little symmetrical triangle getting to the upside and then eventually breaking out to that upside and trying to keep in it, right? I mean, there was some attempts down, and that's a little bit harder to get through, right? This little downside wicks, those are the times where they can stop you out often, but it really came into that tight sideways consolidation and took that big rip to the upside. 655. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Like always, guys, you guys can catch me a little later on Start Swing Trade. I'm working on a great outcome video for you guys to learn about what's coming in 24, so don't miss that. And, of course, we've mentioned our sponsor at the top there, Trade the Pool. Check it out. Get buying power in a time like this is so important. When traders go on margin, why not look for other ways to find that buying power? Trade the Pool can be that solution for you guys. All right, definitely hit the like. Why is there no dolphin gear in this registry? Born, I agree with that. You know what? To hell with it. I'm putting some dolphin gear out there. I'll make sure that gets added, Born. It's good to see you guys. Definitely hit the like. Now to get you guys over to the All Access game. Definitely smash it up. It's great to see you guys in the chat supporting me. I'm always going to be here for you guys like you've been here for me. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring on the man himself from downtown Detroit. Smash the like for it. You know it. AB in the house. What's going on, AB? How we doing?
What up, Money Mitch? How we doing? Sorry about your Dolphins the other night, Monday night. That was a rare loss for them this year.
Yeah, man, rare indeed. But sometimes, like, I think at the end of the year, losses are actually a good thing because it starts to get you back on your game that got you to the top. Right? Just like sometimes as traders, we take a big loss and then we think like, no, let's get back to our game, our bread and butter, what we can do good at. Right? So yeah, get after it, AB. You know how it is, right?
That's a great analogy. You know, you have like that one big loss that kind of wakes you up. You're like, hey, maybe I don't know everything about the market and I can't just trade whatever. I got to really like stick to the system. Just like for the Dolphins, they probably are going back saying, hey, look, let's go back to what got us here. Let's go back to when we were scoring 70 points against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, and
That was
I
the
think
that was the Mitch Bowl too. Denver versus Miami.
you know it, man. It definitely was. It was a hard thing to go after. But like always, man, one of the things that we're getting right now is this great enthusiasm in the market, right? And with that enthusiasm starts to become what? Enthusiastic investors looking at smaller companies or looking for opportunities, right? And I think that today you got a great opportunity to tell us about AB, and that's what it's all about, especially if we have this new exuberant bull market. We're going on a big run. What do we need to do? What everyone's doing today, pulling out that Santa's list, pulling out that shopping list, understanding what opportunities are out in the market is vital for any investor to go ahead and find that return. So I'll let you take over, AB. Get to all access. STKH Stakeholder.
Yes,
I have to
sir.
find out.
Let's get
I
into it.
did love I do love myself some good steak, right? I mean, who doesn't?
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and transition here into All Access. If this is your first time here, All Access is where we bring you guys access to executives at publicly traded companies that you would not have other places on YouTube, and certainly not for free like we're delivering for you today. So without further ado, I'm going to be welcoming on Arik Kaufman, the CEO of Steakholder Foods. Ticker is right up there on the screen, STKH. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring my man, Mr. Kaufman, on the stream. How's it going, Mr. Kaufman? How are you doing today?
Hi, Aaron. I'm fine, thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us on Benzinga's All Access. It's great to have you on. This is one of my favorite parts of my job, being able to talk to executives of publicly traded companies like yourself to learn more about the company. Before we get started, do you mind just giving us a brief overview of Steakholder Foods and what you guys do?
Sure. So Steakholder Foods is a publicly traded company that traded in NASDAQ. And we develop very sophisticated 3D printers which print real cultivated meats. Cultivated meat meaning real meat that was evolved and established without the process of slaughtering the animal.
So tell us about the technology. I mean, how does this 3D printing work, and what does the product look like when it's finished printing?
So I'll start from the end. It looks, feel, and tastes exactly the same as real meat. There will be like a learning curve for the whole industry. So the first products that enter the market, they won't be 100% exactly the same as meat, but they will be a huge leap forward compared to the plant-based products that are there today. The process is that we collect real stem cells. We know how to grow these stem cells. We know how to load our printers and mix our printers, the ink, which is plant-based ink, with these stem cells. Then we have a software that can determine exactly how the steak will look like. Will it be with more fat, with less fat inside? And then we see the printer accurately at the commercial pace.
And then Arik, so what is the raw material? I mean, like, what are you guys putting into printer? I mean, I know how 3D printers work when we're talking about plastics and stuff, and not necessarily when it comes to food. So what are you actually putting in to the printer to come out with these foods?
So it's a mix. The ink itself is a plant-based ink. We mix the ink with real cells that grow into fat or into muscle, and then the printer prints this mix of ink and cells into an end product.
So what does the business model look like? I mean, are you guys, do you sell or lease these machines for other companies to make their own meat? What kind of clients are using the machines?
So the whole cultivated meat industry is non-existent. So no one sells cultivated products yet. The FDA has approved to sell these products only a few months ago. But we see our business model as something that will evolve. In the beginning, we'll sell printers and ink with the printers that will be able to print plant-based products, plant-based products that are not that one cannot produce today with current hardware. We've disclosed already a few months ago that we've signed our first strategic deal with a GCC accredited company. Under this deal, we are intended to sell printers and inks, and we hope to see additional exciting deals that we'll engage in the future.
So, I mean, when you're a newer company working on these kind of, like new developments, a lot of the research and development can be expensive. But I understand that you guys have cut the cost actually of your bovine solution by 75%. Pretty incredible. How did you achieve this?
So, in general, we are trying to stay as lean as possible. It's not like easy to be a startup that does not generate income yet. That's why we focus all our focus for R&D activities that will lead to some kind of revenue. That's how the first GCC deal came. But in parallel, we keep advancing. R&D keeps advancing. We 3D printed the largest steak ever printed at the end of 2021. And it costed us a lot to 3D print this steak. As you said, like forward a year and a half forward, we already cut the cost by 75%, and we keep advancing, reducing the price. At the end, this whole industry needs to reach cost parity. That's the goal. We don't intend to sell steaks that will cost 3 times more than a regular steak. That's not a business model. We need to reach that cost parity.
Right. And then so, Arik, I understand that you just announced a deal with an accredited Gulf Corporation Council-based governmental body to establish a first of its kind large-scale production facility in the Persian Gulf. Can you tell us more about this deal and maybe what it means for the company?
So I think that in these times, when you see the whole world fighting one against the other, and particularly also here in Israel, it was very exciting for us to sign this deal, especially at that territory, which raises innovation, and they have also the financial resources to establish such facilities. I cannot disclose things that were not disclosed to the public. I can say that it's strategic, as we said. It's a multi-million-dollar deal, and it's only stage one of this deal. So this deal may evolve. And may affect different countries in the Persian Gulf.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, congrats on that deal. It sounds like it'll be a big deal for the company. What kind of market penetration does this technology need to make a significant impact on the environment? I mean, you hear all the time about how bad the meat industry and cows are for the environment. What kind of timeline do you see for this?
So I think that stage one will be not replacing any meat producer, conventional meat producers today. It will just help to cope with the right demand of meat. But in the far future, I assume that when we will see a significant part of the market transferred to cultivated meat, take time, then we will see a significant reduction in emissions that will be extracted there. You'll see like printers do not need land to 3D print cultivated meat. They do not need water, and they do not extract emissions. So as we will see the percentage of this industry grow, we will begin to see a positive effect on the climate.
And then right now, Arik, what other kinds of meat and seafood products are you guys working on?
So we have very exciting products in our pipeline. The magic is that we can print with a printer any species you can imagine. You fix any species that you can imagine. So we target the whole seafood production products as a sector that is really interesting. Hopefully soon we will be able to disclose additional information regarding these products.
Well, Arik, it's been great to learn more about Steakholder Foods. Again, guys, the ticker is up there on the screen, STKH, if you want to learn more about this very exciting startup. Arik, I got to try some of this meat and seafood. You got to send some to the office, and I'll be your like new test guinea pig when you guys are doing some of these new foods.
I assure you don't grow a third eye or a tail.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll take a lobster tail. That's what it sounds good. A little surf and turf, maybe a steak and a lobster tail. You can send to Detroit, and I'll eat it and let you know what I think.
My pleasure. Sure. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you for joining Benzinga's All Access. Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, that was Arik Kaufman, again, the CEO of Steakholder Foods. Ticker is up on the screen, STKH. Look, these things are still very much in the early stage, but like Arik was talking about, I mean, from an environmental standpoint, it's hard to imagine that we won't see more and more adoption of these types of alternative meats throughout our lifetime. And I know a lot of people, will go try the Beyond Meat or Impossible, and, people have different opinions, but like Arik said, I mean, as these things go on, the products will grow themselves, and I have no doubt that at some point in the near future, there will be some of these alternative meats that are indiscernible. You won't be able to tell the difference if you're eating a real burger or not, which I'm kind of excited for, because I think I mean, if something's plant based and it ends up being a little bit healthier for you and better for the environment and tastes the same, then why not? But all right. That'll be a wrap on Benzinga's All Access. I'll be back on Benzinga Live here in just about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to be talking to Rob Roy. We're going to be talking to Steve Kalasian, some really great traders, talking about this rally, seeing how to play this rally, what sectors you want to stick in, what sectors you want to avoid. Are we going to be buying small caps? Are we going back to mega tech? I don't know. We're going to talk to these traders, figure it out. So make sure you stay tuned for Benzinga Live again here in just about 10, 15 minutes. The redirect will send you there. You do not need to go anywhere. Thanks again for tuning in to Benzinga's All Access.